Hi, welcome back. Here's a question for you. Are you practicing your faith? Now, when we talk about faith, before you think about is she asking about religion, I want to make it very clear. When I talk about faith, I am not talking about a faith tradition. Religions are faith traditions. Holidays, fasts, feasts, practices, gods, goddesses, these are all part of faith traditions. And I am not asking you whether you are following your faith tradition. I am asking you whether you are following, practicing faith. I am Rama Krishnan, and I welcome you to Raise Your Vibe with Rama. In this channel, I share insights, practices, meditations, wisdom teachings that help to raise your vibe. And today, I want to talk about one of the biggest vibe raisers, and that is the practice of faith. Most people, when they talk about faith, they think about it as their religion. Whereas I am wanting to invite you to think about it with a very different lens. Faith traditions are different, and we do not all practice the same one. They are more regional, depending on where you were born and raised and the culture around you, the family you were raised in. But faith, practicing faith, is universal. I'll tell you what I mean. As human beings, right from the time we are born till the time we die, our lives are fraught with fear. As soon as we are born, we come with the fear of death. As soon as we have something, we are afraid of losing it. When we find love, we are afraid that people that we love, something may happen to them, that it might be taken away from us. Whenever we have any human experience, there is always fear based in it. According to scientists, the chemicals that are released by our body when we are in the grip of fear are 3 times more powerful than when we are enjoying something. So, on an ordinary day, when life is good, there is a certain chemical composition inside of me. But when that is hit by an experience of fear, that composition becomes so powerful. That is why, in hindsight, we remember the bad things, we forget the good things. And similarly, in a friendship, a person we might have helped for so many years, we do one wrong thing and they remember that, they forget all that was done. And it's not their fault, it's not our fault. We are wired that way. We are wired for survival, which means we have a lot of fear inside of us that is stored from so many generations and from our own life experiences. All of that biography creates our biology. All of the chemical reactions inside of us are a result of our history. So, as a human being, I cannot escape fear. Now, the question is, do I practice faith? So, when we are in the moments of fear, can we practice faith? Can we choose faith? Now, choosing faith is not natural to us. We were not wired to choose faith. We were wired to lean into fear, which is why faith is a practice. Practicing faith is making a choice over and over and over again so that we are able to move away from a system that is biased and fear based into a system that is more open to possibilities. Because what is the meaning of faith? The meaning of faith is basically trusting and believing in a power that is bigger than us. And in order for our life to heal and for our future to show up, we have to constantly practice faith. Practice choosing in believing, choosing to believe, recognizing when we are in fear. So when we are in fear, our entire body feels very different. Our heart shuts down. Our breath is compromised. Our whole system contracts. That's when we know we are in fear. And how does faith feel? True faith is relaxing, letting go. It is opening our heart. It is smiling in the face of all the tension. It is choosing to relax even when we are worried. Those choices are examples of practicing faith. And this is a lifelong process. And there are 3 steps in this journey. And these 3 steps were not decided by me. There is a conversation thousands of years old that is there in one of the Hindu texts, where the student asks the teacher, how do I live a life that is in alignment with my light and not with the darkness? And the teacher replies, there are 3 steps and you have to practice them. The first step is to listen. Listen to the wisdom teachings. Listen to those who have lived before you. Listen to their wisdom, their experiences, their inspiration. Inspiration has the word spirit in it. So they're inspiring, generated by spirit, generated by that which you have faith in. Their teachings, their messages, their stories, listen, keep listening. The second step is reflect on those teachings. Walk away, whether it is teachings from a wisdom tradition or whether it's an inspiring book. We get those teachings, those messages from people who have lived lives, many of them facing a lot of difficulties and still rising, still choosing the light, choosing faith. We read their stories, and it is important for us to read their stories and then to walk away with the message, taking it to heart. Just as when we were in school, they would say, learn by heart. We have to take this by heart. Think about it, reflect on it. So that's the second step. The first step is listen to the teachings. The second step is reflect on them. Think about them. Make them your own. Understand if they could do it and they are sharing it, it is because they are saying to you, if I can do it, so can you. So when we reflect on this reflection is really about the teachings and about how we can apply them to our situation. What is the situation? What are the places in which I get into fear? So when we are in fear, we have 3 reactions. Flight, where we avoid a situation, we run away. Fight, when we want to conquer the enemy. And freeze, when we can do nothing. When we are in these states, recognizing them, seeing how we might have frozen or how we might have avoided a situation, but taking the inspiration from others and applying their wisdom teachings, that's the second step. That's the second step, and then he moves on to the third step, and the third step is practice. Practice the teaching. Go do something different. If you were avoiding, maybe walk a little towards it. Step after step, start walking in the direction of your faith, making those choices again and again, again and again. Because ultimately, if we practice our faith traditions without practicing our faith, then what are we doing? Are we even a good Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Jew, whatever religion that we are, if we have taken the tradition and we have not practiced the wisdom behind the tradition? Because over the years of teaching, I have understood one thing, that faith traditions might differ, but faith, the faith messages are all the same. I like to say that it is very much like language. Religions are like languages. Languages differ, their words differ. Some experiences that you have in one language are really to do with that particular region, they are not in another. Jokes differ, that's why they say when you translate a joke, you kill it. Jokes, stories, all of these are like languages. They differ from region to region. But the sentiments, the jokes might differ. Humor, that's universal. And that's at the heart of the joke, humor. At the heart of all religions is faith. And at the end of the day, we have to ask ourselves, am I truly practicing my faith? Or am I simply checking the boxes of practicing the faith tradition, but I continue to live in fear, in suspicion, in judgment? When we live in faith, we are open, we are relaxed. We feel warmly towards the world. We are hopeful. We are optimistic. These are the signs of a person practicing their faith. And when we are stressed, when we are tense, when we are full of doubt, when we are afraid, when we are sad, when we are depressed, we have given in to those human chemicals. We have given in to the biology generated by our biography. And we have lost touch with our faith. So our invitation becomes, as we reflect on this, to make up our minds to practice our faith, to look at the situations in our life where more love, more openness is needed, more faith, more trust, more letting go is needed, and we start moving towards that. So think about that. What are the situations in your life where there can be opportunities for you to practice your faith? And think of everything that is going on in your life as an opportunity to practice your faith. Practicing your faith, you complete practicing the faith tradition. The two complete each other. A faith without the tradition is probably just something in our head, and a tradition without the faith is simply a routine thing, mindless actions. So bringing both of them, we create a mindful faith tradition, a mindful practice of faith. So think about that and see how you can raise your vibe by practicing your faith. I look forward to seeing you again here soon.